So you've done it. You finally beat the Ender Dragon, conquered the End Cities, got a bunch of these guys, and you got one of these too. But with so many blocks and items in the game, how do you decide which ones to store in here and which ones to leave at your house? Well, that's where I come in. Hi, I'm Hydronova, and this is the Ultimate Ender Chest Shulker Box Organizational Guide. Let's go! Oh wow, I survived! Well, let's head on over to the... Wait, what? No! Wow, I have wanted to make a sequel to this video for a long time. And here it finally is! So before I show off what everyone wants to see, definitely watch the whole video before leaving a comment about how I forgot something. Obviously, not all the items can be contained within one ender chest, so I provided some alternative options later if other people want to go about storing their things a bit differently. And if this video is helpful for you, you should definitely subscribe. It's free, it takes a second, and you'll get to see all of my future tutorial videos when they come out. Also, I would like to thank one of my viewers for helping me gain back some of the confidence I needed to actually get my butt into gear and work on this video. I failed to recognize that there might actually still be people who come back to my video to check if they're setting up things correctly. I really appreciate it. It's comments like this that truly make me feel like I could do anything. So here, I've organized all the shulkers by color and by number. This way you can quickly pick them out and also see if you're missing any. Just like in my last vid, I advise you use one slot for ender chests. If you lose one, you always got spares. This is just the way that I've organized it, so if you feel like you want to change the numbers, the names, the colors, or how many slots you want shulkers in, be my guest. Since my last vid, I've actually taken out two shulkers, the Ender Box, and the Bone Box. You could easily fit a smaller amount of those items in other boxes. They don't really need their own boxes. Now here are all the main boxes laid out. So let's start with the first one. Here is the color box. We got all the dyes and a bunch of dyeable blocks like terracotta, wool, and glass panes. And we got candles and glow inks for signs. Next we have the raw box, basically a bunch of raw food items for various purposes like breeding animals, taming cats, or use in recipes. Then we have the red box, a box full of various items related to or creating redstone contraptions or other farms. Up next, we got the hell box, which has many different items that you can find in the nether. After that, we have the sand box, which holds sand and red sand and the various forms of their sandstone counterparts. Here we got the timber box, which holds all the logs and planks, mangrove roots and muddy mangrove roots, and some bamboo blocks / items. Next is the carpenter box, which holds a bunch of different wood blocks / items, like fences, fence gates, doors, trapdoors, and stairs, plus both bookshelf block types and beehives. And then the light box, which includes almost all of the blocks that give off light, and tinted glass, which takes away light, and also the lightning rod. Following that, we got the picnic box, which holds a bunch of prepared food for anyone who wants to eat on the go. Also has some bowls to make some stews if needed, with the ingredients for that being here as well. Here comes the farming box, which includes almost every type of item or block that can be planted and or grown. Also dripstone, which technically isn't a plant, but it does grow. And here goes the leaf box, which, dare I explain, basically just contains all of the leaf blocks. Succeeding that, we have the flower box, which includes all the flowers and all of the saplings that don't require being planted in a 2x2 formation. Also, propagules. Next door, we got the drop box, which includes various items that can be dropped from different mobs after they've been slain, with the exception of cobweb, armadillo scute, turtle scute, and goat horns. Plus, most of the mobs that you can catch in the buckets are here as well. Now connecting to the Aqua Box, which has all the prismarine blocks, and the coral block variants, and some seagrass and turtle eggs. Upcoming would be the War Box, which includes various different weapons and armor, also variously enchanted for all of the situations you would need them for. Like, for example, a gold helmet to not anger piglins in the nether, or leather boots for walking on powder snow, or enchantments like Frostwalker on your boots, or two different tridents, one with Riptide on it, and the other one with Loyalty. It's also a place to store your mace. Ordering the last one, we got the stonemason box. Thanks for the correction, Porygon. Which includes many different cobbled, smooth, and stone brick variants, including stair and slabbed versions. Subsequently, there's the treasure box, which will include all of your valuable blocks and items, and honeycomb to wax your copper. plus conduits, beacons, and a few totems of undying. Attached to the previous one, we have the End Box, which includes all of the blocks or items you can get from the end, and carved pumpkins to put on your head. Plus, here's where the Ender Pearls ended up. Why? Why do I do this? Being such a good neighbor, we have the Brew Box, which includes almost all of the ingredients needed to make potions in the brewing stand, and some milk to dispel those effects if needed. Also, the new ominous bottles that you can get from a pillager captain. Besides that one, we got the Terra Box, which includes a bunch of blocks and items that will help with terraforming, including the various dirt blocks, mud, grass, and other foliage, plus some bone meal to help it grow a bit. Alongside that, we have the Rocket Box, which includes rockets of all 3 flight durations, and paper and gunpowder if you need to make more, plus firework stars in case you want to light up the night sky. Hereafter, we have the Ice Box, which includes snow and its variants, but also all 3 types of ice, in case you want to build an ice bridge, or use ice to make water. Also, clay and chains are here for some reason. I don't even know why I put them there. Next up on deck, we got the Tool Box, which includes a bunch of items and blocks that are seen more as tools, or are frequently needed, like name tags if you want to name a mob so it doesn't despawn, or a saddle and a fungus on a stick if you need to cross a lava lake on a strider, or even a brush if you find one of the new mobs, the armadillo. Also, lots of keys for the new trial chambers as well. As a continuation, we have the Advanced Toolbox, which is basically just more items that are seen as necessary to have on you, like an anvil if you find an enchanted book you like, or a boat if you have to cross an ocean. Close to that one, we have the Rock Box, which includes a bunch of stone variants, including stair and slab versions, also gravel and a stone cutter. And last, we have the Loot Box, which I decided that this box would be empty because it would mainly be the box where if, let's say, you were exploring a structure and grabbing all the loot from the chests, your inventory would become very cluttered very quickly. This is the box you put all of that stuff in. So after you're done exploring, you can bring this shulker back and quickly just switch it out with another empty loot box, instantly ready for the next adventure. Oh my gosh, why are the bottom textures of shulkers so bad? The other sides have a nice gradient, and this is just poorly designed. I've also added more shulker boxes that you could create and switch out with some of the ones in your ender chest if you so need them. Poppy over here is carrying them, which, yes, is a way to store even more shulker boxes, albeit maybe the less important ones, but if you're on a server where everyone rides around on horses, using this here donkey or even a mule is a pretty awesome way to have even more shulkers at your disposal. Hi puppy, how you doing puppy? Are you okay? That's good, that's good. Here we have some specialized boxes that Poppy was holding for us, like the armor trim box for all of the armor trims and materials that you can use with them. Or what if you wanted to try out some pottery? Here's a pottery box with all the different sherds and some bricks to make more decorated pots. Or let's say you need a bunch of rails for a project. Here's a rails box for you, equipped with all 4 rail types and some mine carts. What about the builder who was looking for the variations of different blocks, like this copper box here? What about other boxes like dedicated to quartz, tuff, deepslate, blackstone, or any other block types that have other polished, pillared, chiseled, cracked, or brick variants? Or what about the builder who is trying to make a nice color gradient, having boxes specifically tailored to certain colors, like the boxes here for white, red, green, blue, or the color purple will be a nice addition to their tool belt. Or if you really want to have some fun, you could try this beverage box here full of potions. Maybe you and your friends need to hydrate while exploring, if you know what I mean. Or what about this buzz box for all you bee fans out there? Unfortunately, there were some items that didn't make the cut. Like the ones up here at the top are items that I just couldn't really fit into a theme of one of the boxes, and they don't really serve that much of a purpose on their own. The bottom rows are items that most players will never get or want, and if you do get it, it will either get replaced with something better, or it just doesn't really need to travel with you on the go. So I hope you liked my guide. Again, all of the items that I put in and the way I organized it all is just my opinion. Of course, if you want to do things differently, you can always change it up for you. If you have any suggestions for other types of boxes, or what types of items you want to see in certain boxes, please leave a detailed comment below, and I'll definitely read it. Who knows, maybe it will appear in the video when I do this for the 1.22 update. But with all that being said, this is the end of the video. If you like what you watch, click that like button, and if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. See you guys in the next video.